Welcome to Volume 6 of the Filipino martial arts. On this tape, I'm going to cover disarming. I'm going to cover the double sticks called siniwali. I will cover the alisi tuyuk or the tabak tuyuk called the nunchucks. Some basic hand techniques from the Lakasa system of kali, scream, and salat. The use of the whip. Some training drills on the fighting man dummy. A short session on full contact stick fighting. An explanation of the 1 and 3 inch punch as taught to me by Bruce Lee. Some techniques with the balasang and with the rolled up newspaper and spear fighting. Thank you very much. Let me try to explain about the 3-inch punch. See, most people want the person to fly away. This is contrary to what the 3-inch punch does. Okay, what you want to do is have it penetrate internally into the body. If he flies away, then you can't hit him again. So the purpose of the 3-inch punch is so you have a short-range quarter punch. Usually, I'm going to go slow and then build up to it. See, notice that how I'm moving my body. Okay, if I put my body like that, see. Now, if you are in a position, that's all you're doing. It's just levering it back. See, rather than punching from here. See, you're punching from here. Now, if he moves away, then you can't hit him again. So you don't want him to fly. The flying means that you push the man more. When it penetrates, because you want it to penetrate internally, that's all you're doing. Just dropping it like that, see? 3 inches. Okay, now why? Because if you practice here, when you trap here, you want a close quarter punch about that much only. If you fly away, then you can't hit him again. See? So the object over this is when you trap 1, 2, it's here, boom, and boom, boom, see? So you land internally. But if he flies away, you can't do the 1-inch punch. In fact, if you fly away, Bruce used to do it on demonstration, but if he flies away, that means it's more of a push. What you want to do, again, for practicing purposes, okay? First, close the fist, tilt it, until you get a little snap to that effect. That is more important right there. That is the basis of the 3-inch punch, not the guy flying away. Okay? Because as I said before, if he flies away, then you have to chase him to hit him again. And again, if you have a system here, you don't need a 3-inch punch, see? Over here is where you want to be able to do it. See the ranger? Bang! That, so you can hit him again, and maybe follow up from different ranges. Okay? This is the basis of the 3-inch punch. In ancient times, I'm told that many things could be used as distraction. Even little small pebbles or rocks were thrown. In fact, it's quite an art form in some parts of the Philippines of just throwing rocks. In Indonesia, that's quite an art form. But anything can be used. For an example, there are a lot of Filipino screamadores. They chew tobacco, and they're so accurate within the range of 15 to 20 feet that they can, if you put up a little Camel cartons or cigarette cartons, they can spit it out off of a fence or off a table. Okay, this, like the cigarette thing here, the problem is you just have to practice flicking it out into the eyeball, and things of this nature will help or distract a person and might save you maybe 2/10 of a second or 1/10 of a second, which will enable you to maybe counter with various parts of your natural weapons, such as your punch and your kick and your elbows and your knees. One of the better ways to distract, if you want to get it so you can set up a kick or a punch, is just to take the roll-up coins like this, and then you can hit. That would be one. Anything can be used, okay? You can hang on to your keys, such as this, or you can throw it up and then strike, okay? Or kick or punch, okay? Also, if you're in a neighborhood and you feel there's going to be some problems in the neighborhood, sometimes by rolling up a sack of sand, you just throw it into, just by throwing it up into the face, so you can get a shot in here, okay? That would be sand, that would be dirt. Also, if you have sometimes a handkerchief, a weighted handkerchief, you can put maybe 25 cents. But this also will snap, or it can go into the face until you get a hit. Or you can hang onto it also by distracting and putting the hand up here and then being over here. By moving sometimes, by distracting sometimes, you have a good distraction by going this way because it looks like you're going to run away, and then the keys will go that way, then you hit. Okay? If you don't want to lose your keys, then just use the keys itself, and then you strike. Okay? These are just some of the ways of distraction. Like I said before, it could be sand, it could be salt, it could be pepper, anything that you can think of. Your wallet, if you have a wallet in the back pocket, you can use a wallet to throw in the face, to set up a kick, to set up a punch, to set up an elbow. If you smoke sometime, which I don't, but if you do smoke, this in itself can be used for a distraction. Okay? A lot of times, if you have a wallet, your wallet can be used as a distraction. Okay? If you have salt, what I'm showing over here now is just some salt, which I'm not going to really throw it into his face very violently because this is just for the purpose of video. Okay? But if you're here and you have it in your pocket, and this is an old trick of a lot of screaming people, and they're talking, this would automatically go here as you hit the person. Okay? The balasang can be used closed in this manner as a hand weight. 5 sides hitting this way, this way, this way. Okay, this way. Many efficient. It can be used in a reverse grip, such as this manner. Okay, there are various different ways you can use it. It can be used open in the what we call heaven position, or it can be used in earth position. Okay, the techniques in my morality form. If you're empty hands, I don't think you have a right to use it in this manner, unless your life depends upon it. But I prefer to use it as if a punch were to come out here, striking here and then hitting, and then going in here, and then maybe you can control with the knife out, according to morality, because I don't think you should stick a man if he has no weapon. But that's just more my own philosophy and morality on that part. Okay, if he has a weapon, okay, then I feel you can't slash. This would be the slash here. If he would thrust on that side, again, the slash would be here. Okay. Then I feel you can use, from the standpoint of morality, your knife. Okay. There are many different knife methods. If you were to thrust over here on that side, notice that all these things could come over here and you can take it out. Okay. You can lock up over here. This could be your control point. If I take them down here, again, you can control point here. This, of course, is a lock over here and bargaining position or talking position from here. Okay. You don't really have to put the knife out because I feel that you shouldn't. The technique here, as I said before, you could, whether he has a knife or not, and he's coming at that point, sometimes you don't have time to hit, but so you would hit this portion here. If you hit the nerve here, okay, you would then follow up. Notice where my forearm is, okay? If you take it out, the hand now can be out here, because if he punches, you don't even have to insert it here or insert it here. See, you come over here and you can control, or bargain position, as they call it, okay? These are some of the things that you would use with the balasang. Okay, the point over here is that in any position in the balasang, if he were to thrust here and he were to come to attack me here, notice where the cut could be on the neck, could be on the bicep, or minor blow, you can put it here to make the drop here, okay, and then to take out here. See, you could be as nasty with this as you want, or you can be as humane as this is possible. See, you can use your natural weapons here to take all the way down to that position. Okay, these would be the control position or bargaining positions. Okay. Okay. This is a bunch of newspapers which I'm going to put together, and this is a very popular trick among Filipino escrimadores. Okay. You notice that there's no stick in this, no iron bar in this. Okay. And the tighter the roll is, the more powerful the stick will be. And you start to roll it in this manner here like this. Okay? And sometimes they even use a newspaper for sparring. Okay? And basically you come up like this, and usually they would put a rubber band here, and they would just walk on the street like this. Okay? Looks very harmless, it's very legal. And then the power behind this is amazing, because if you have to be hit on the face with this or be hit on the hand with this to really appreciate it. Okay, okay, we're going to take a 1-inch board here, and we're going to strike it over here at this angle over here. All right? See, this is not. It looks harmless, but when it hits the face or the hand, it does damage. Okay, I'm just going to go slowly. Okay, you notice that this is with the newspaper. It has a lot of power. You can snap a board with it, and we have snapped sometimes 3. Depending on the weight of the newspaper and depending on the thickness of the newspaper. When the Filipinos first came to the United States, there were many different tribal groups, like Visayan, Tagalog, Ilocano, Tausug, people from Mindanao, And they brought their different weapons. So in the Filipino martial art, there are many different methods and styles, and the choice of weapons is there. A lot of these weapons probably are not used now because of firearms. But like, for instance, this is a weapon called a canabas. It's used in the northern Philippines. This definitely has Spanish influence. Sometimes when you use these two together, it's espada daga. It's used in the Visayan region. This is a barong, a training barong. This is used in the southern Philippines. This is a central Philippine weapon. This is a southern. This is a southern. This is a southern, and that could be central or southern. The bows at that time period, during the 18th century, 17th century, were made out of bahi. This would be typical. I doubt now if they use these things now, but this is an antique piece that they used in the Philippines during that time period. The spears over here, these two spears here, and these two spears here, are from the northern part of the Philippines, Bontoc, Igorot, or Ifugao tribes. The following two shields are here are from the northern part of the Philippines. These are Igorot shields, or Ifugao shields. The shield over here is from the southern part of the Philippines, in the Moro sector and Muslim sector. And this is the shield that they use. It's a little bit different. There are so many different groups and different styles in the Filipino martial arts, so it's hard to say what is a pure Filipino martial art, because there's just so many different tribes there, and the technology and the interpretation of each art, even the blade they use and the type of stick method they use, will be different. One of the other things that they use is the blowgun. This thing is usually made out of, and nowadays it's made out of metal, but it can be used with hollowed out rattan, or it could be used with hollowed out bamboo. Okay. The darts have been modified, sometimes using plastic now, but I'll just go through here and just shoot a couple. This is I don't think they use this anymore. But however, in World War II, they did use this, and prior to the Spanish occupation, they did use these. Okay, but it's an enjoyable pastime if you want a hobby. And I have a lot of fun just using these. And it's a good pastime, just like someone takes up archery. Okay. In ancient times, they were often dipped with poison, and they used it during the Spanish occupation and even the American occupation of the Philippines. That's the blowgun.